Hello and welcome to Slamfire Radio, episode 450 for April 7th, 2022. I'm one of your hosts, Adriel.
I'm Mo.
And I'm Kelly.
And Kyle's will be joining us shortly.
Momentarily.
Mm-hmm. Please stand by.
Stand by.
You got a speeding ticket on the way home just to get to the show. Everyone knows that the excuses I give for other people are always long.
Somebody at the Quebec match asked me if I actually DQ'd for bad language. So some people do believe your stories.
They're that good. They're believable.
Yeah.
There we go.
I laughed when I heard it, but yeah. For the record, I did not DQ for bad language.
No. But you got a little sore throat.
But I have a sore throat. But I'm fine, though.
Yeah.
It's from cursing. Okay.
Maybe I have this super COVID. I don't know. It's possible.
It's going around. All right. Why don't we get into the show?
What we did this week is brought to you by the Calgary Shooting Centre, Canada's premier firearms retailer. They have Glock Days 2022 from April 15th to April 16th. I hear they've got some pistols there. You probably haven't seen one or never mind shot one. You can shoot a Glock at this thing, I hear.
Mm-hmm. You can. And you can also purchase them as well. But not the ones you can't purchase. Does that make sense? They're going to have guns there that you might not be able to purchase.
You can only purchase the ones you can purchase.
But you can purchase the other ones. But you can shoot the other ones, I think. Anyways, it's Glock Days, April 15th to the 16th.
They do have prohibs there.
Oh, I know. I shot some of them. It was really awesome. I love the Calgary Shooting Center.
Prohibs are neat.
Yeah,
I like prohibs.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, some prohibs.
Some are just...
You guys ever shoot like subcompact pistols?
Yes.
Not great.
No, I haven't.
No.
Not great. No, not a great shooting experience. I don't think I could do without.
Because you can't really get a good grip on it to kind of control it.
Yeah.
If you've ever fired like a TT-33, like where your pinky is like grabbing onto nothing and it's just like, it doesn't feel good, like that times a million.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, I get to shoot when I go down to Michigan, which hasn't been for the past 2 years, but I get to shoot them all the time. I usually shoot Stacy's. I know that a lot of you don't know who Stacy is, but she's my best friend, and she lives in Michigan, and she does concealed carry, and she has little baby tiny Glocks that she does with concealed carry. And I would prefer to actually shoot my Glock 17. Just saying, just because it's easier to shoot.
At the range. If you could concealed carry, you'd carry a baby Glock. And
of course.
I would carry a baby Glock.
Don't ask me where I'm putting it.
Could you imagine like trying to put this in your pants or something like that? It doesn't work. It's very heavy. It's bulky.
Is that a Wrangler in your pants, or
you're just happy to see me? Anyways.
Yeah.
Hi, William.
Kelly, why don't you start us off with what you did in guns this week?
Awesome. I'm going to start off that I didn't do really much of anything. So, I have. It's been a lot of administration stuff. So, for example, my hallway is absolutely filled to the brim with stuff for Project Maple Seed and has to go to people. And what else? I was on, obviously, the She Shoots podcast planning session that was on Tuesday night. So that'll be out next Tuesday. By the way, we're going to be launching the Who's Coming On next Tuesday. But I'm going to launch that tomorrow on all of my social media. So we'll watch for that. I also recently launched, I'm not really launched. I posted. Yeah, it's a better word. I posted our whole schedule for the whole entire year. You know how we did that? We actually sat down and planned it. That'd be such a good thing to do if we do a podcast. Like planning ahead of time, like guests and topics. Anyways.
We planned some stuff ahead of time.
That's true. Not very much, though.
Not very much.
And the last thing that I've done is, so this weekend I have confirmed with a couple of people, I'm taking a whole bunch of new shooters to the range. But not only that, I'm also taking the people that won or bid on the United Way Day at the range with me. I'm taking them on Saturday to the range. So they're going to try all kinds of different firearms and that. So I told them to dress for the weather and dress appropriately and plan to come for a few hours. So they're excited about it. So I will be doing stuff at the range this weekend. So yeah, that's me. What about you, Mo?
Oh, I have 2 weeks worth of stuff. So 2 weekends ago was the Montreal Indoor Challenge, which was the level 3 at the Montreal range. I was there on the Saturday just to help work, and then I shot on the Sunday. It was 12 stages, and it went really well. It was a lot of fun. It was 12 stages in about 4 hours, but it didn't feel rushed. It just moved along at a nice pace. The ROs and the CRO, they all did a great job, and it moved along, and it was like so much fun. And then the best part was after the match, like all the people that had shot had stuck around, and then a bunch of people came back too, because there were a lot of people from Ontario that came as well, and they gave out the awards, and there was tons of prizes. They actually gave out four guns. One of them was interesting because it was the one that we showed on the show a couple weeks ago, and it was that from Tactical Imports, a revolver shotgun?
Yeah.
So that was so that was pretty cool. And then the thing that they did that was really good was that they had there's some people that passed away last year, I guess, that were part of the IPSC community, and they had made some, like Frank, the owner, I guess, and his people had made some plaques for them that they're going to put up, and their adult sons are IPSC shooters as well, so they were there to accept, and it was just a really nice moment. And
nice.
Yeah, it was a really nice moment, and like the IPSC Quebec community is really I'll say tight knit, very close. You see a lot of the same people at all these matches and stuff. So yeah, it was really good. And then there was like I said, a lot of prize besides the guns. There was so much other stuff too, right? So pretty much everybody got something. So
awesome.
So that was 2 weekends ago, and then I gotta look at my list here so I don't forget stuff. And then last weekend was at the Lonadier range, and they did because their last one got canceled, and so they did 6 stages of 32 rounds. So it was pretty it was a big match for just a level 2, and that was really good too. And then stuck around for the teardown as well, and then they had a dinner. They had a dinner after because it was their season finale, right? The winter finale. And then they did the same thing. They had prizes, tons of prizes too, and then they also did the awards. Now, see, I only know the Ontario and Quebec scene, so people in other provinces, please let me know if this is being done elsewhere. But it seems like Quebec's very big on treating their matches, like each range kind of treats their matches as a series, right? So whether they're doing 4, 5, 6 matches through the winter or through the summer, like if it's an outdoor place, they do a series where they'll keep, so if you do I don't know if it's 50% or 70% of the matches, then you get classified for the year-end trophies and stuff, right? On the different divisions and stuff. So I've only seen Quebec do that, and it's pretty neat that they do it, right? So it just adds a little bit more to it. And then so they gave out the prizes, and then the biggest moment for the prizes was there were a couple of young ladies that had shot the match. I guess they're daughters of some of the people that are there. I think they're in maybe 15, 16 years old. And one of them ended up winning the grand prize, which was a CZ Shadow 2. And so it was really cool. They just drew her name, and she was obviously very happy, right? And everybody was really happy for her. And the only thing I kept thinking is they should take a picture of her and send it to Heidi, Wendy, and the rest of the aunties and say, "Oh, look, young lady wins a gun at match," right? So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, and everybody was just so happy for it. And it was just, again, it was another great IPSC Quebec experience. Yeah, and then I also registered for a level 3 that's going to be in Waterloo in June, at the beginning of June 9th.
Okay.
So I did that.
Hey, are you shooting? Are you doing anything in Ontario over the next couple of weeks?
I'm thinking.
The reason I'm asking is, are you passing through Kingston at all?
Yeah, but it's going to be midweek because I have to go back for a work thing. So I don't know. I don't think I'm staying the weekend. It's just going to be like a Wednesday, Thursday.
Chat with me after.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I normally come on weekends because it's a work thing. I'm coming midweek.
Okay.
Then what else did I do? I switched from the 124 grains, the 9 mil, the 124 grains to the 147s.
Mhm.
So I made a very small select batch that I wanted to test because obviously changed the powder measure from I was putting I think 5.1 grains in the 124s, and I for this one I went to 3.9 because I looked at Hodgkin's
Tight group?
no
Something else.
CFE pistol.
Okay. Yeah. I was like,
So I looked at their I looked at their specs, and then I looked at Cam Pro specs for the bullets too. Then I kind of settled on 3.9. So I made them obviously, and then I just wanted to before I made more, I just took them to the range.
How'd it go?
And I liked it, and I did notice that. I mean, no, I'm no expert, but I did notice the difference between shooting the 147s and I had some 124s. Was I found it was like less snappy, and I felt like I could see my sights return better. And I know some people want them back quick, but I like that it was not as like snappy. So for me, I think I'll enjoy it. This weekend will be my first match completely shooting the 147s.
Sweet.
And then the other thing, it was another test experience because I had brought all those, I told you those rounds that I made with the military pockets that the primers were protruding. So I didn't know if they would fire, and I took them and they did not fire. So I will be taking the bullets out and reusing them for fresh rounds.
Awesome.
So that's really it. And then I came back and then I reloaded enough for my match this weekend, which is going to be at in Joliet. So
all right, have fun. Say hi to all the ladies in the women's prison there. Just from Kelly.
Oh, there's a prison near there?
Yeah, it's a women's prison.
Oh, excellent. Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know.
I'm Mo.
Yeah, that's it for me. How about you, Cal?
Not a whole lot. I've been busy with work since I got back. But I did make it out to the range just to do some work on Saturday, set out some targets and whatnot into shoot houses. But yeah, not a whole lot. I did register for Battle of Alberta, a 3-gun match at Chaz, but I guess we will see in the coming months if that happens.
It'll happen.
Yeah, you think so?
I'm confident it'll happen. Yep.
Yeah. Why? Sorry. Why did I miss something? Why wouldn't it happen?
There's stuff going on.
Oh, stuff.
It's not my
county
range. It's not
county permit stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Stuff.
Yeah. But it was pretty impressive. Like the match filled up in a minute 45.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think Alberta IPSC provincials opened at the same date and same thing.
Yeah, the same date, same time.
Yeah. Just stay on practice score. If you can get them both done in 2 minutes, that should be doable, right? Just get fast on the mouse.
You have to do both of them in less than 2 minutes, and I think you could do it, but yeah. I am looking at matches to possibly go to in the fall in the US, and I did actually register for Hard as Hell because it's back this year, so that's going to be in December at the Cobalt Kinetics range. And I'm thinking about North Carolina in October. So something I'm toying around with. Memorial 3-gun. And other than that, debating whether doing a Twitch stream, going through the WK and see what went on with that tonight. So
what's Twitch's rules around gun handling?
They don't, basically no alcohol, don't threaten, follow the law.
But still okay to handle.
No, I thought there was some other things around Twitch.
Like no live, you can't have them live. But they do range streams all the time. Shooting streams. There's guys that do shooting streams at the range. One of the guys I frequently watch, he builds guns all the time. And it's just
Interesting.
basically you're
But
just
is it
not
live?
intoxicated, not a dumbass with it, and you're good.
Okay.
Not dumbass.
Now, what about actively drinking but not intoxicated? How do they tell? Do they get a breathalyzer on you?
Yeah.
Do you have to do a breathalyzer every 30 minutes?
Don't give him any ideas.
I was gonna say I think that just best to play it safe and just not show any alcohol while you're handling the guns. You can have the guns there while you're drinking, just don't touch them.
In a paper bag. Put the beer in the paper bag.
Yeah.
That'll fool everybody.
Yeah.
That's the classy way to drink.
So thinking about doing that, if anyone wants to jump in. But yeah, that's it for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I had a couple things going on.
Sweet.
Let's see. 2 handgun transfers came in. So I have 2 transfers I'm waiting on right now. My big one, which got flagged like I knew it was going to get flagged, and it's waiting more waiting for that one.
It's buffering.
The other one went through quick. The other one, I think it was like 3 or 5 days or something like that. So it went through. That transfer is good. So
What did you get?
I got my Wrangler back,
You got the Wrangler.
and I got something in here.
Oh.
This is a gun vault that came up on the 3-gun buy and sell on Signal, which is very
Did you get
handy
it
way
at
of.
Did you get it at a good price?
Oh yeah, it was.
Wow.
I saw it. I'm like me. But boom.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There you go.
And it opens very easily, and it's actually very easy to use. And I got this. This is a Norenko Cf-98,
Yeah.
which is a 9mm that Nork makes. It's a rotating barrel. You can see it's empty there. It's got a really small grip on it. I am curious if someone with small hands would fire this better than something that was bigger. It's very small. Like, look at all the meat of my hand there that would get caught, and then look at the magazine bases. There's actually they have 2 generations of these. So I watched a video of Ian from Forgotten Weapons reviewing one of these things, and it's very different. The magazines are normal now. Before they were double feed on the top, and they had a steel plate on the bottom that just kind of matched up with this heel here.
Yeah.
Now they've got this much bigger base pad that gives you a little bit more something to grab onto. But you're gonna pinch crap out of your hand if you ram that thing in, not being careful. A really interesting gun. So this thing's $250. So this would be competing against your Gersans and your other Nork pistols, really. But the interesting thing for me was the single action on it is actually okay. Good for the price. Good for the price. Like, we always got to remember the price on it, right? Yeah, $250, right? So it's hammer fired, DASA, and the reset is long, but the trigger pull is actually not very heavy. It's the poundage of it is quite good. The double action is pretty long and gritty, but single action's all right. It does have a decocker safety on there, so up you go into decocked and safe, and then down you can go to double action only, which I think is how you shoot this thing most of the time, I think. Takedown on it is interesting as well. You don't need to like pull the slide back or anything like that. You can just press this, pop the pin out your slide stop goes, and then it just pops off from the front there. Yeah, it's pretty easy. A couple things that are a little bit different, like normally on a pistol, you would have like a little guide rail here, guide rail at the back, and then that would fit on the outside of the slide. This thing, like, it has a set of those at the back here, but primarily it's riding on the rails on the inside of this, and that's riding on the barrel bushing. You can see that that's cut out for riding on it, and on this barrel block. So those are the pieces that the slide is primarily running on. It's going back.
Do you think?
And forth.
Okay, so what is it? Is it milled? Is it going to wear relatively fast? Do you think?
I don't think there's any advantage to this whatsoever. It's an interesting system, but there's no advantage to it. Rotating barrel, some guys would be like, oh, that'll be more accurate, but it's a Nork with like crappy tolerances
I was
and
say,
super
it's
rough machining.
$250.
Yeah. So I don't really see a point in that stuff, but Yeah, it's definitely interesting. The barrel's got like these wild lugs on it. So let me just show that real quick. Once you know how to take this thing apart, it's actually quite easy to take apart.
Easy peasy.
But like, look at all the lugs on the
Oh,
barrel.
my.
Look at
Cool.
them all.
Yeah.
There's lugs everywhere.
So
Anyways.
you have not had a chance to shoot it yet, obviously.
No.
It'd be interesting to see how it shoots.
Look at this.
Oh my.
Just like a SIG.
Just take.
Yeah, there's the chassis there, and there's a chunk of plastic with a mag release on it.
Yeah.
That's all it's doing.
Okay.
Very interesting. I don't know who should actually buy one of these. I think no one, but
Well, go shoot it first.
That was a great
Too hard.
recommendation.
Well, I don't know what kind of buyer should buy one of these things. They're not good for any sport or competition because there's better guns for the price. Maybe as like a first handgun, if you want to get like a combat style handgun and you have like no money, maybe, but
Or you put it in a biometric safe and put it beside the bed. Just saying.
or you do that, or use it for a PAL course or something like that. But
That's true.
it is very easy to disassemble and reassemble, and the single action trigger on it's fine.
When you
I don't know how well I'm going to shoot this thing. The grip is so freaking small. Like my left hand, there's my right hand on it. My left hand is not touching the gun. It's only touching hand. That's all I got on this thing is just hand. So it's just, there's nothing to grab for me. This is made for people with
tiny hands,
smaller statures. Yep. But interesting, anyways.
Okay.
On Saturday, I went and took a Stop the Bleed refresher
How'd that
at
go?
Sherwood Park.
Nice.
That was fantastic. It was run by a 3-gunner and listener, Mark, and it was great.
Awesome.
They're on to Gen 2 of that course. I don't know if
I know.
you've taken it. Have you?
No, I haven't yet. So I'm scheduled to take it on the 16th. Is it 16th or 17th? The Saturday of Easter weekend. So Greg's going to facilitate it, and I saw that there's a second generation of it, and we get to use actually, instead of our own body parts, we get to use like stumps, artificial legs.
Yeah, we had stumps in ours.
Yeah.
We also used legs and arms and stuff like that, and did some different scenarios.
Yeah.
Yep.
When we first took it, we actually put tourniquets around our own body parts and people's necks.
That's what we did for this one too.
Mm-hmm. Did you? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I just remember Trevor putting it around his arm and the muscle, and he was so proud of all the veins popping out and everything.
It's a fantastic course. I can't recommend it highly enough. It's I remember because I did my first aid recently here, and like going through that compared to Stop the Bleed. What is first aid supposed to like? Are you ever going to use this to save someone's life? No. Like it's all like triangle bandage, like what to do if someone's like spraying their arm or like hurt their leg. It's like it's almost like just stuff to, like make it more comfortable. Yeah. None of that stuff's going to save a life. Whereas all the stuff in this one, it's like a couple people were asking, what if it's like not life threatening? It's like do another course. That's not what this one's all about. This one's like about like stopping someone from dying. It's not about like if it's not life-threatening, but
Stop the Bleed is not specifically about if you're going to a gun range. Let's go. Like how many gun ranges have we gone to in Canada that there has been bullet wounds or anything like that? We're going to be using it as we're going to the range or traveling across the country, and a car accident, which is when you're going to run across actually I've used and stopped at. So you're going to use it for that, and you're going to need the knowledge, the tourniquet knowledge, the other things as well. So, and the boo-boo kit doesn't really work. Putting a little Band-Aid on there and kissing it better. That doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, now I have like after doing that course the first time, I ended up picking up some like different Cat 5 or cat tourniquets and that kind of thing, and having a proper kit in all my vehicles. Because like I think primarily I'll run into a car accident. That's when you'll have to use that stuff, and that's when you'll feel like I really need a tourniquet, but I don't have one, so now I got to use a belt or a shoelace or something stupid that's not going to do the job, and you're going to be kicking yourself for not having a $45 tourniquet sitting in your car.
Yeah, that's true. I don't have one sitting in my car right now. I carry it around on my range bag, but I don't in the car. So I really should get on that. But
Yeah,
also,
I've got
if you-
that, and then chest seals, because like
Yeah.
that's another one where it's like, oh, if there's a chest wound, I have nothing to fix that, and I have no skills to fix that. They'll just die. So I've got the chest seals because I don't have a solution for that otherwise.
plastic bag tape. That's it. That's all you
Okay,
really
I would-
need, actually.
I would do that wrong. So I'd rather get the sticker that makes you not die,
Yeah.
and I'll just put that on, and hopefully it works.
So the reality is, people go get the training too. Don't just go and get a tourniquet or a trauma bag and throw it in your car. Go get the training so that you know
Get
what
both.
you're doing too.
Get both.
Well, no, get both, but get the training too so you know how to do it.
And you don't do some like outdated thing.
The
Gotta
first
suck up
aid,
the poison first.
yeah, Red Cross first aid doesn't cover much.
Anyway, that was good. That
Awesome.
was the Saturday. I did a range visit. I shot some 10-22s. Good times. I shot that jarred J180, and I ran into reliability issues. With the cross mag. The cross mag was like too loosey goosey in the mag well, and it was popping rounds into the bottom of like below where the feed ramps are.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to try some other mags. I'm going to try just oiling the crap out of it too. Maybe it just needs more oil. So I'm gonna take it apart and try that. But I was getting short stroking with it and issues on that end.
Okay.
And I tried the Savage Stevens Model 24. That was the 22-410. So nice. Trigger's like really heavy on it. It's really heavy trigger, especially on the 2020 on the 22. On the 410, it's like, yeah, slap it, who cares? But on the 22, it's pretty heavy. But it still worked great. And like as a like bomb around the bush, single shot kind of a thing, I think it was fine. The Savage Stevens 320, that's their pump action from China, was terrible. Absolutely awful. I do not recommend that shotgun. I haven't taken it out. The chamber, so I was getting sticky shell, like horribly sticky shells. Typically that's like something in the chamber's messed up. Either it's rough or there's a burr or something like that. I haven't taken it open to take a look. I should, because I bet it's one of those issues. Maybe it's a burr. Like it looked pretty rapidly finished, I think is the nice way to call it. But it probably needs a polish or something like that to make it truly work. So I'm going to try that and hopefully get that done before this next weekend so I can get back and see if I can make it work. And if I don't, who cares? It's a $299 shotgun with 2 barrels. I'll just have to sell it as is. I did the IBC Instructor Boot Camp Sunday as well for Maple Seed. So that was like teaching the teachers on Maple Seed because this weekend coming up is going to be our first event. Was supposed to be events, but the Maple Seed at Chaz got canceled because there's some issues with the county and permitting. I'm not really sure what's going on because I only half paid attention, but long story short is that they have to reapply for permits for some of the bays. They only got approved for one of the bays or something like that.
I think there's an update on that. Go and check out the Chaz page.
They're doing another inspection, but I don't have the results from that. So that's
it was. I think they were talking about it might impact the opening up sooner. If I'm thinking, I don't know. Anyways,
okay.
Good luck with Chaz.
Yeah. So instead of the first one being at Chaz, now the first one will be at Sherwood Park the next day. So Sunday will be Sherwood Park's Maple Seed. Yeah.
Have fun with that.
I will.
It's going to feel so good to get back into shooting.
I'm glad I did the IBC because it was like just getting used to all like the horrible dad jokes that we use in there and that kind of thing. Like it was a good reminder.
Really?
I use a lot of horrible dad jokes. Yeah. I love if I can get people to grow and it's like, yes. They're like, oh.
That's great. So great.
That's it's part of what I miss about doing them is we have fun. We get to shoot with people that we actually like shooting and doing things with. But the other thing is also all those stupid things. Like we have a song list that we have playing in our head as we're doing things, or we have dad jokes, or we have secret terms on things like the skid steer that
Soup
you should
sandwich.
never, and the soup sandwich. And yeah,
Nice.
those are all terms of endearment, by the way. The soup
Two cheek sneak.
Two cheek sneak? Yeah, but actually,
Two
Rick,
cheek sneak.
our friend Rick calls it the skid steer. That means you're moving your ass.
Mhm.
Cheek
Moving
sneak,
around.
two cheek sneak means you're
I
moving
need
your
a different
butt left and
analogy
right.
than the maple seed Macarena because no one knows what the Macarena is anymore.
It's not
if you're like
Macarena.
under 30,
It's
they don't know what it is.
maracas.
Maracas?
Yes, the
Dude,
Macarena.
that's something
Oh
different
my
entirely.
God.
The Macarena is when they're on their mat and they're doing the MPOA shifts and they're moving around all the time. The
Yeah,
Maracas is the,
maracas. It's
that's the magazine.
the Macarena. No, even no, that's old for me. So we're not doing the Macarena.
It's not the Charleston or something like that.
Oh, shut up.
Charleston. The Charleston.
And then these came in. These are the
Yay.
They're
patches.
bigger. Like they're bigger.
Okay,
Yeah.
can you? Are you seriously sending this to us? Right?
I don't know if I've got enough to share. though.
All my events that I go to, I normally hear from somebody who says, "Hey, I listen to Slamfire." So I always give them to people who say that they listen, and other people who say they're going to listen. So I give them out to people that, yeah, send them out to us, and I would love for us to have hats. If we ever got hats, that would be awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was subtle, very subtle.
And if anybody wants a really ugly polo shirt, just let us know. It's not ugly at all.
Those around the house.
Oh, I got 2 of those.
Yeah. Anyways.
The weather today was beautiful. Tomorrow, absolutely gorgeous, 19.
Oh,
Sunday's
wow.
going to be 1.
Oh.
Yeah, it cools
And that's
right
our
back
maple
down.
seed. That's our first maple seed of the year. Woo! Let's get to it. Who's ready for 1 degree maple seed? I'm going to
It's
bring
down
my
there.
backup warm clothes. My wearable sleeping bag is coming with me because if it's windy, that 1 degree is going to be chilly.
Yeah.
I think that's all my things. Let's move on to upcoming events. Upcoming events is I'm not missing anyone, did I? No.
No,
Good.
we all talked.
Upcoming events is sponsored by TLS Alpha. TLS Alpha is a Canadian digital agency that works exclusively in the firearms vertical. They help with business processes and websites and whatnot. Go on over to tlsalpha.com. Events. We just published some more Maple Seed events and emailed some out. They were Ontario, Saskatchewan. Ontario is actually joining in and getting some events going.
Oh yeah. We got
Cool.
more coming too, by the way. So just hold on to your britches. We're catching up, and then we're going to overtake you guys.
Good luck. They've got a lot of events going, and they're all selling out.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on to your britches.
I'm adding more too.
And we got some new places that we're going to be going to, so that's super exciting. It's going to be awesome. Super
Indeed.
excited about it. Okay,
Mhm.
move on.
If you want to run a ladies' day, contact Kelly
Yeah.
at slamfireradio@gmail.com, and she'll help you with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got some really good information or really good feedback on some recent events that happened last year that were sponsored by the CCFR, and the people actually used the guideline that we developed. The feedback was that it was probably some of the best run events that ever taken place. So you know what? Hit me up. Sponsorship will teach you or tell you how to run your event. You don't even have to think about it. Already done for you.
There's a lot of little things in event planning that I have patience for. Oh my God, no patience for. And just having it all spelled out, just follow this and this and this makes it way easier.
It's way easier when you have somebody who's OCD doing it for you. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
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 Yep.
It's not me.
Mm-hmm.
Prophet River has opened a new location. They're going to be having a grand opening April 9th and May 7th.
Okay, where is
They're
it?
going to have Lloydminster, Alberta.
Oh, cool.
Yep. They're going to have reps from Browning and Winchester there and from Swarovski. They will have John Tuchuk. I don't know. I'm trying here. Swarovski and the rep from the USA, Colby Croft, and they'll be running promos on things and whatnot.
Awesome.
So head on down to that for their grand opening. And
are they going to have really good prices on their optics at that point? Because you might
they
as well
said
go.
special deals.
Go.
Special deals.
Yeah, they always have really good deals on refurbished optics, like scopes and all that. But if you can go and get a good deal on something,
I've also got I've got a couple of deals from Profit River on like 22 ammo. Like they had some.
Yeah, they do.
My current stash of SK Standard, I think, is from them, and I bought a buttload of it when it was super cheap there, and I'm so glad I did because that stuff's a lot more expensive now. TACOM 2022 tickets are now live. Head on over to Tix123. That's TIX123.com/tickets. !code. Just go to Tix123.com and search TACOM. I bet you.
Or go to TACOM 2022 and the website. That is that.
I'll probably do it too.
Yeah.
Yep. That would do it. This next news item, it was strange for me, so I thought I'd put it in here just because it was so odd. So this incident happened in France. 4 home intruders broke into this guy's house. It was him and his 3-year-old daughter, or 3-month-old, I can't remember. They're farmers, and so anyways, these home intruders broke in. He shot one. That they died, and so okay. NA to most of us, but Macron, who's the prime minister of France right now, says, "I am opposed to self-defense," and he's basically condemning this guy for defending himself, which is very, very odd. Very odd.
I'm opposed to self-defense. That just sounds so wrong.
So I don't want anybody to be harmed or anything like that, but people tend to change their mind when they're put in the situation.
Yes.
Well, he won't because he's got armed guards. He doesn't need to self.
Yeah, of course.
He's got people to shoot your people.
But he's okay with other people shooting people.
Yes.
Okay. Just not. He doesn't have to do it. Let's put him in a situation where he might be. And no, I just did not say that. But anyways.
Let's not explore that idea anymore.
The show is solely for entertainment purposes only, and I'm not condemning anything.
In other news, some Yahoo was caught in the States trying to smuggle 50 handguns up to Canada. He had a whole pile of subcompact Glocks in his car or whatever. And
in New York near Rochester.
Good on them for catching him. Because that's
how many of those guys don't they catch? Because it seems that would be just don't get pulled over, and your 50 handguns are as good as in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they wouldn't have been part of his collection. They were all the same. They would have been.
Maybe he's really into Glock subcompacts. Yeah. He's like, you know what? I need Glock 50 of these things. Yep.
No.
They're all different generations, or no? All the same. One mag each. Yep. Don't need anything else.
And did you notice how he stored the magazines
in the gun?
Or maybe it was a picture afterwards. They were all the mags were in the guns and high capacity. They were just regular.
Oh, high capacity.
High capacity for New York.
Yeah, or California probably.
I think New York's got a mag size limit. I can't be sure. I'm not American.
For pistols or pistol mags. Somebody who lives in New York, let us know.
Yeah, all I know about New York is you steer clear.
Yeah, New York is not gun friendly at all. No. I've traveled through it. You're not allowed to stop. If you have to pee, you can stop to pee, but that's it.
I meant to put this actually in the notes. Another big story was Georgia is going to pass constitutional carry, so no permit. And I think they would become, I guess by next year, they would become the 25th state. So you're talking about half the country is now going to be, is going to allow carry without permits. They've gone to half the country at this point. So
right. But you have to be a citizen. You can't be.
No, of course. I mean, there's still you can't be a prohibited person. There's still going to be certain rules, but I mean, half the country has now gone to gone that way. So instead of more gun control, they're going to less gun control. Right?
Let's check and see if they do reciprocity for like a lot of Canadians have the New Hampshire concealed carry.
Yeah.
Let's see if they actually do that. I know there's some states that don't, so it'd be interesting.
and some
to
that
judge us.
don't that you would surprise you. Like
I know
Montana doesn't recognize the
I know
of New Hampshire.
Mhm.
Yeah, you would
They
think
don't like
Montana's a pretty free state, but interesting.
Concealed carry in Ohio though.
That's right. Yeah, that
Been
was
there,
another
done
one.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's another
Cool. Legal donations. You know, cover this one, Kelly?
Club Chase de Pêche Masca. I don't know. Anyways, I think it's in Toronto, Virginia. I don't know. Anyways, I keep saying I don't know, but I really don't know. They donated $5,000 to the CCFR Legal Challenge. So thank you to them. There's been a lot of clubs that have been donating lately. So get your club on it.
I go there for IPSC matches.
So how do you pronounce that?
It's it's hunting and fishing, right? So Josh, I know I can't even speak tonight. So yeah, it's hunting and fishing, but it's a good range, and they do IPSC matches there, so they're pretty supportive of the community.
Awesome.
Right? So,
thank you for that. Yeah. So the CCFR legal donations go over to the CCFR webpage. You can support them by becoming a member or donate to the legal challenge by sending an EMT to finance at firearmsrights.ca. For those who aren't in the loop that have been living under a rock, the OIC, the amnesty period has been extended for the next couple of years just because of, the government didn't have their shit together. But guess what? The legal challenge is still taking place, and obviously it costs a lot of money to take the government to court. So go over there and help them out. That's it.
Cool. New Gun Stuff. New Gun Stuff is sponsored by Bolt Action Coffee. The coffee is roasted in small batches and is some of the best coffee you can get your hands on. Send it to your house by going to boltactioncoffee.com and use discount code SLAMFIRE. I've got a couple of weird guns in here today, and I would.
You love weird guns, don't you?
I do very much.
For you.
Yeah. I wouldn't buy one of these because they're just a little bit outside my price range for 17 HMR, but they've got Bullseye North has the Sacco quad range 17 HMR rifle in a 22-inch barrel, 9-round mag, set trigger, laminate. It's very fancy. I like the stock on this thing.
That is nice. That is nice.
I like it's totally adjustable as well. It's beautiful. It's bulk. It's heavy. You can obviously use it to shoot precision. It's amazing. I like it.
Yeah, it looks
17
good.
HMR though.
And Bullseye North, they're good people.
Yeah,
good service. Go and buy it. Okay.
Barrel change. Barrel change takes only a few seconds. Insert a tool, turn it, take the barrel out, and put a new one in. Oh. So you could use a 17 HMR for hunting and then swap in a 22 and do like your precision stuff out to long range and whatnot. Interesting.
Very nice.
Interesting. This next one here. This is factory X bolts. I like the X bolt mag, but what if you wanted to shoot precision and like put lots of rounds through it? Well, you need something that'll take like bigger mags. ATRS made bottom metal. That's CNC machined from 7075 aluminum for the Browning X bolt, and it utilizes the AICS accurate MDT mags that are available everywhere. Because like the Browning X bolts, like they're cool, but the mags are like a 3 or 4 round deal, and they're rotary. So now you can put this drop-in replacement and run bigger mags in it.
Nice.
It's $650, which is a little bit expensive, but I mean it's a pretty custom part for the X bolt, and it's drop-in, so that's nice for that. So if you wanted to make like a precision rifle platform out of your X-Bolt, that's an option. Marstar got a batch of these BCL MRX Bison Scouts in 300 Blackout. I don't think I saw any in 300 Blackout before, so that was interesting by itself. This is their 223 bolt platform, but you can get 300 Blackout now. It was Marstar that had that. And then I don't know if you guys saw this, but Wolverine Supplies put out a review of the M&M M10X-Z, and it was transparent. It was very transparent.
I didn't see the review. So
Is that the shorter barrel, the restricted one?
They're all shitty, but yeah, it was one of them.
Hence the transparency.
Yeah, I mean, like, so usually when a retailer reviews a gun, they're pretty like glossing over of any of the issues, and Tyson did not gloss over the issues. Some of the issues that they had was just like reliability just not being very good, the charging handle coming off, which shouldn't happen, and then the barrel, like in the trunnion, was quite off, like a degree off. So when he put his scope and rail on there, he was a degree off at like 5 feet off at 100 yards. Which shouldn't really have any. Anyways, kudos to those guys for doing a transparent review like that, because again, few retailers would do that kind of a thing and talk shit about a bat. And like, this isn't the only time that we've seen issues with these guns. I think they're just not very good.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen on Reddit, I've seen like bolt breakages on them. Like they must not be doing MPI testing on their bolts, which is something you probably should do if you want to make these kind of things. And yeah, just bad reliability. Oh, who's the guy on Facebook that's reviewing these? Sierra Precision.
Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas Precision. He's been trying really hard to make one of these things work, and like replacing things and dealing with and being just logging it all of Facebook as he's been doing it. And it's been a whole heck of a lot of nonsense. His rifles aren't good. Don't buy one. I think is the long and short of it. Do you guys want to skip the main topic and just make the show short tonight?
Yeah, let's do that. Short and sweet, and we'll be back next week with a new topic.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? We should actually say that on this week, in the past couple of years, we had a 200th episode. A 400th episode was last year. And this year, well, we're at the 450th. We're getting up there, and oh God, we're old. Right?
We've been around the block.
No, Kyle and I are like newborns still. So
well, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there soon. At your 1 year.
We can't.
We're still yet. We're still at diapers, but I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It's funny because like I was trying to find a topic to talk about. I'm like, what about this? Oh, we did that in this episode. What about this? Yeah, we did that in this episode.
450 episodes. It's hard. It's starting to get hard for topics, but you know what? We're doing it. We got a new topic next week that we've lined up, and I think everybody's going to be super excited about it. Anyways, and we'll have new guests and everything. But yeah, anyways, short and sweet
listener
tonight.
Feedback. Listener feedback is
no.
Kelly's gotten into the sauce tonight. Listener feedback is sponsored by Armory DC Gunsmith. Armory DC Gunsmith is a full-service gunsmith who specializes in firearms refinishing. He offers hot bluing, parkerizing, Cerakote finishes, as well as Norenko pistol customization. You can check him out at dcgunsmith.ca and on Facebook and Instagram. Kelly, would you like to read this one from Spencer?
Not really, because it's long. Why doesn't Mo read it? I'll read the next one.
I'll read it. Okay.
There is no next one.
I know.
Okay, just a moment.
Yeah, Mo has a sore throat.
Hey guys, unlike y'all, I've shot a lot less during COVID than I did before. I have a membership at an indoor range near my work, but since we're permanent work from home now, I only get there when I have to drive into one of the data centers, maybe once a month or so versus once or twice a week pre-COVID. I also used to do a lot of group shooting with folks from work at the same range since it was just down the road. But trying to get a group together when we are scattered across the metro Atlanta area while working from home is almost impossible. It was hard enough wrangling a group when we were all starting at the same place. And even if we could have picked a time and place, no one really wanted to shoot the limited ammo they had available. It was impossible to replace for a while. Almost no one I know bothered to stock up on ammo when it was cheap. They all assumed that it would just be there when they wanted it. Trying to get them to stock up when I was buying it in bulk before COVID was like leading that mythical horse to water. I was able to find guns I wanted because I wasn't looking for a Glock or a Mossberg 500 or another AR. The stuff I picked up wasn't self-defense related, so it was still available. I haven't bought ammo since February of 2019 since I had stocked up well before that. So that hasn't been an issue. In fact, between giving and selling ammo at cost to friends and donating to charities, I probably got rid of 15,000 rounds or more over the course of the pandemic, including 5,000 rounds of 22 to Appleseed. Cool.
Hopefully most of that was 22.
We never had range closures or limits or mask rules or any of that nonsense here in Georgia. Georgia. They tried at first, but people just ignored them and did whatever they made them comfortable. Gotta love Georgians, eh? Yeah. That ranged from wearing masks while driving alone in their cars on one hand to throwing huge end-of-the-world bashes where you would probably get beer poured on you for wearing one. Anyway, that was never an issue for either indoor or outdoor ranges. That's about it for me. I'm hoping to get to the range more now that the ammo is starting to come down and people feel like going shooting again. Shooting alone is boring. True.
Aww.
Take care, Spencer.
He was super prepared. And thank you for donating all that ammo too. But yeah, he had his own challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like shooting 22 when it's expensive like this right now.
Yeah.
Because I've got so much 22. And it's very easy to shoot that stuff and not feel it in the pocketbook.
Yeah.
Whereas 9mm, if I shoot 9mm or 223, that's match ammo now.
Yeah,
I don't want to replace it.
You're starting to feel it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. If you'd like to hear your email read on the show, send an email over to slamfireradio@gmail.com. Patreonies. We have a new Patreonie, Jason H. Jason, I'll need your address, and I'll send you one of our new jumbo Slamfire Radio.
New and improved.
Unless you know one of us IRL, and then we can just hand deliver it. That's another option. Maybe with a T-shirt. It might not be the right size. We don't care. But you get a T-shirt.
True story.
Let us know. If you'd like to help us out and help support the show, head on over to patreon.com and look for Slamfire Radio over there. And you can just help us with hosting fees and StreamYard and that kind of thing. We recently upgraded to 1080p so you guys can see our beautiful faces that much better.
I'm not sure it's really working, but anyways.
The beautiful part of the 1080p part.
We're beautiful, just the way we are.
Oh, no.
That's right. Shout outs. I've got a shout out for Mark for putting on that Stop the Bleed course. And actually, we had people from every discipline for Sherwood Park head out and put people in that course.
Good.
So regardless of the discipline, you have a high chance of someone who's been trained with some trauma care at any of those events. Fantastic idea. I think more ranges out there should try to get Stop the Bleed put on for volunteers, like the common volunteers of their shooting sports. It's probably not gonna. You're probably not gonna need it at the range, but you're gonna have people who are better qualified on and more knowledgeable on using the equipment, and more people able to help is always a good thing. If someone has a heart attack or something like that on the range, they'll be there and they'll be more ready to do something.
Mm-hmm. Stop the Bleed is available across the country as well. So just go to the website, check and see who does it, and arrange it if you or your club.
Yeah,
you can probably get
the club to pay for it, and get some burgers and chips and drinks and that kind of thing. Make a party out of it, and try to get as many people out there as possible, and get them all trained up on it.
Yep.
Any other shout outs?
I have a shout out correction. I mixed up my story. So the second match that I did was the one in Joliet, which is the Lonardier range, and I won this nice hat. See, nice hat. And then the one this weekend is an Ottawa, which is near Gatineau. So that's my correction.
Awesome. Nicely pronounced as well.
Yeah, sort of.
I don't have any shout outs. I will at the end of the week or next week.
All right. Finally, check us out on Gunners of Canada. Like us on Facebook. Give us a review. Join the CCFR. And we'll see you next week.
Laters.
Bye.